The Clone Commando is easily my favorite reinforcement in Battlefront 2. Here's why. So over the next few months, Battlefront 2 is going to be updated with loads of new content I've had the opportunity to play here at Gamescom in Germany. That's what I'll be showing you today. The Clone Commando, the new 4-player co-op game mode, and instant action, finally making its return to Battlefront games for the first time since 2005, when I was like 11 years old. It's a long time ago. All of this content is being added to the game in September, along with the new Clone Wars map for Lucia, which I'm sure lots of you are very excited about, me also. So immediately when jumping into play as the Clone Commando, you realize this trooper class has been designed to stand out. He doesn't feel like any of the other characters in Battlefront 2, and that's mainly because of his weapons and abilities. My favorite of these is the Repulsor Blast. The Commando shoots a short-range shockwave that throws enemies backwards, similar to a force push. This is shot out of an attachment on the Commando's arm, which you can't actually see in this gameplay, as it's not the final version that I'm playing here. We were playing a pre-release version of the update, so not everything's complete for this footage, but it'll be there in the update when it's actually there, I promise. The Commando can also switch out his primary DC-17M repeating blaster rifle, which has a high rate of fire and is lots and lots of fun to use. Watch the footage for confirmation of that. For an anti-armor attachment, which is basically a grenade launcher that fires 3 small grenades in a row and is very satisfying to shoot into a group of battle droids. It's great. It's really great. The Commando's final ability is called Battle Focus, which activates damage protection for the Commando and nearby teammates. Also, while this is active, any damage he deals to enemies replenishes his own health. So it's like a buff, basically, that, he can't die while he's using it kind of thing. Or he can, but just, it's harder to kill him. Now, I haven't played an online PvP game as the Commando, as we only played the co-op and instant action game modes, which are offline, and co-op, obviously, but I can already tell this guy's going to be an absolute beast in online gameplay. He's great at taking out larger groups of enemies at short to mid-range because of his high rate of fire and multitude of abilities, but is also just as agile as a regular trooper and has enough health to get him out of trouble when he needs to. What else makes the Commando unique is that his blaster works a little differently to other blasters in the game. Commando's DC-17M doesn't have an overheat function, so instead the blaster actually needs to be reloaded, just like a regular rifle. And even if this appears to be a minor detail, it actually makes a huge difference in the way the Commando plays and feels, because let's say you've emptied your magazine and are about to reload, you can instead switch to the Commando's grenade launcher and start firing that. Just as a heads up though, while you're using this, you can be a little exposed because it does take a few seconds to reload each grenade and also switch between this and your primary, so just don't start reloading right in the middle of the battle. You're gonna probably get killed if you do that. You wanna get yourself behind some cover and then maybe reload your gun. It seems like the smart thing to do. But trust me, you're gonna love the Commando, unless maybe you're on the opposite team, because he can be devastating on the battlefront if he's in the right hands. Trust me guys, this guy is a beast. You're gonna love it. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna explain the new 4-player co-op game mode and how it all works and why I think it's great. You can squad up and play with 3 of your friends or just play online with randoms and choose to play as either the Republic or the Separatists, and depending on which side you take and which map you play on, you'll be either attacking or defending command posts against an army of AI bots while the clock runs down. For example, if you're playing on Commando as the clones, you'll be defending command posts from incoming waves of droids, and once you lose control of command post, it's gone forever and you get pushed back to defend the remaining command posts. So how this usually plays out is you'll eventually lose all but one of your command posts, creating an intense battle where everyone converges on the one command post and you realize you'll have to fire non-stop to avoid losing it. It's hella fun. And the opposite occurs if you're on the attacking team. You'll need to capture the command posts before time runs out. But why I found this game mode to be so much fun is because of the cinematic moments you'll experience while playing it. Let me show you. You'll be fighting off a squad of battle droids, then suddenly turn around and Count Dooku is menacingly walking slowly towards you. And you're like, holy crap, get me the hell out of here. And you start backing up and shooting at him and trying to survive. It's amazingly fun. AI vehicles, reinforcements, and heroes really stand out in this game mode, and I'm so glad they're included as AI bots. They've built this whole bot system from the ground up, I'm pretty sure. It's like brand new for Capital Supremacy, but then obviously the heroes and the vehicles are new for this game mode, so it's really cool that they put in the effort to do that. Also, encountering other heroes and facing off in a lightsaber duel feels like a scene right out of the films. There were a couple times where I got to play as Anakin Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Dooku. Scene from the film right here. This is amazing. I loved it. Seeing them with their different stances as well and how each character is kind of unique, that was really fun. I think playing this game mode with friends using voice chat would also enhance the experience, and also playing on each of the 5 different maps as different teams. There's basically 10 new gameplay experiences to be had just in this one game mode. I really can't wait until this releases and you get your hands on it. Can't wait to hear what you guys think too. Okay, now for instant action. Maybe you're not old enough and haven't played much of the original Battlefront 2, but for those of you who have, I'm sure you'll be very pleased with the addition of instant action. It's back. When it releases, instant action will be available on all of the 5 Clone Wars maps, and just like in the original, you'll fight alongside a team of AI bots against a team of bots made up of regular troopers, reinforcements, heroes, and vehicles. And I love the fact Battlefront 2 finally has AI heroes and vehicles. It's true the originals. It's really immersive. It's great. And what's also great is you can now spawn on command posts held by your team, which is something Capital Supremacy's needed for a long time. It's great you can now actually spawn on a command post like in any other Conquest game mode. You can also play this game mode offline without the need for an internet connection, and it's basically Capital Supremacy without the second phase in the capital ships. Once your team's score reaches 100%, you win. Okay, so now some additional content that's going to be added to Battlefront 2 in the next few months. This month, we'll be getting 3 skins for the B1 battle droids. Great that these guys are getting some customization options, as the droids didn't really have anything up until this point. It was more, everyone was just in favor of clone skins. That's droid discrimination right there. Droid lives matter. Also, I'm sure we'll be getting more details about Felucia real soon. They didn't have it here for us to play at Gamescom, but I've been talking to the devs about it and have heard great things. A brand new world, and it sounds like parts of the map will be interactive or hazardous in some ways, so can't wait for that. And then later this year, in December, we have The Rise of Skywalker, which will bring a new map and reinforcements to Battlefront 2. My money's on these Sith troopers. I really want to play as a red stormtrooper. I expressed this interest in my last video. But based on all this information, Battlefront 2 isn't going anywhere. And that's just the way we like it. So what are you most excited for with the new content? And what are you going to play the most? Let me know in the comments. And also yesterday, I got to interview Dennis Brandvold, the franchise design director for Battlefront 2. It was very exciting. And I asked him when we're getting playable gonk droids. He gave me an answer. That interview will be out soon. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more updates from Gamescom, like pictures of me hanging out with Dennis and Darth Maul, my 2 heroes right there. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.